Hello everyone, this is Ian7. Another day, I was killing time and an idea came up to my mind, which is, you know how to combine the video games and learning English? In my opinion, it might be useful for kids who start learning. It could be also used as an auxiliary tool while teaching and, etc. So, and then I ended up with making some sort of uh, demo project, I would put it this way, using the RPG Maker MZ. For those who don't know, that's basically sort of like partial freeware tool that allows you to create RPG games, and not only them, but even more cool stuff. I don't know, like visual novels and etc. And it doesn't really require any deep coding knowledge. It runs over Java as far as I know, and obviously that's a huge bonus in case if you really know how it works, so you have basic understanding or advanced understanding of Java, but that's not really critical point. That's how I ended up. I just played up with this kind of things, a couple of maybe weeks. I think overall it took for me about a month or so, because I've been watching some tutorials, obviously, to understand better how it works. I've been working on developing sort of plot, if we can put it this way, as well as some mechanics, some puzzles, because the primary target still remains learning English, not really playing games. So that's like it's pretty tricky to keep that pretty unstable balance, I would put it this way. So anyway, long story short, I used default settings and a few plugins for that, since my plan wasn't really to make any signature project, but just a demo. Maybe that will inspire some of you in future, in case if you want to do something like this. I'm not really planning to make it any commercial use or profit of it, not at all, unless it will become, like really serious, something serious. Anyway, whatever. So yeah, just take a look. I'll leave my contacts at the end of the video, just in case if you want to get in touch with me. Maybe you want to, do something together, any collabing or whatever. Or in case if you want to get a copy, let me know. I'll gladly share it with you. Not a problem at all. In case of any donations, anyone's is welcome, but not expected at all. Seriously, this is just like a demo. Uh, yeah, that's it. And just the last thing before we start, what I wanted to let you know is that this is really like a simple demo, but if to put it in a pretty I would put it creative way. Sorry, I forgot the word. Yeah, obviously you can make it even more harder, more complex in terms of level of English, etc. That demo is designed, I think, like 5, 6 years old kids is okay, but not really above that. So yeah, let's start then. So that's main screen, and it just interesting cutscene, I would put it this way. The total amount of maps in the game is 6, so here's the first map. We have just arrived at this sort of island and we gotta figure out what to do, but that's basically pretty straightforward. We have to speak to Village Master, who briefly explained us the first assignment. We have to collect the personal pronounces, I'm sorry. Yeah, and once we finish conversation, the quest triggers, so we start collecting them. It's total amount of 8 of them. So they go as I, you singular, he, she, it, we, you plural, they, located at the different parts of the map, and they appear. Each next appears once you collect the previous one. It's just written in a script in such way, so it's more easier. So it's easier, I mean, more easier. Never mind. Uh, Here we have three more, which is we, you, plural, and they. And once we have it collected, we will actually trigger stage number 2 of the quest. So the final target is to obtain the token for the ship, so we can travel to the next map, and now the main character will basically collect the last sparkle. I call them sparkles. Yeah, and right now we are turning back to the village master. He explained that, okay, assignment is completed, whatever. Again, keep in mind that everything that is displayed, whatever you can see, it's all demo purposes. There's a huge potential to have it developed or extended to make more deeper, more layered. Again, it depends on your creativity on it. So here is our map number 2. Obviously, that's another assignment, and I built up built-in map, let's put it this way, just a grid of personal pronouns with singular and plurals with examples, which I find really useful for the kids because they can always refer back to it and, I don't know, memorize or write it down. Examples are pretty cool. It's like a childish rhyme, let's put it this way. Here's another assignment, and we have to lit up torches in specific order, which is displayed right now at the screen. So first singular, second singular, third singular, first plural, second plural, third plural. Basically same as in the grid. So there's a little cheat, I'll put it this way. In case if you don't lit it up in correct order, the sequence just gets in reset until the point when you light them up in the correct order. Obviously before starting the sequence you can just touch each of them and memorize which one is which. For example, I, right, it starts with I, so it's getting lit. But again, if you do it in the wrong order, the progress will reset, as you can see right now, and you have to start over each time. So I'm not gonna show you the whole sequence, just for time-saving purposes, obviously. So here at the end of the quest, obviously the chest appears. We collect the key, which allows us to open the door and proceed to the next stage or next map. Call it as you wish. So here another map, just a brief introduction. Here we have crystal puzzles, which we have to move in the correct order and place them in correct slots based on the description of the gatekeeper, who will give us 4 different puzzles. And actually the clue lies inside of this puzzle. As you can see, she has a cat there, happy, so that makes me think, or it should supposed to make kids think that, okay, I need to locate crystal with they and she, and then move to correct slot. And the final map, obviously, it's a more complicated in terms of difficulty level, so but it's just gonna be like a sequence of tests. I think it's 16 or 20 of them, I can't remember how many total. It just basically pick up correct answer, read the description and pick up correct answer. In case if you make at least one more mistake, the sequence of the test will not end up, but you can proceed to the very end, but you will have to start over until you don't really make any mistakes, and then you can proceed to the next level. And this is outro scene, pretty straightforward as well, pretty simple. Credits map, not map, sorry, credit list. Of course it's not a map. Credit list, I've specified what specifically I've been using, which plugins, software, whatever. Pretty straightforward. To be honest, anyone can do that, so on this note, if you liked it, let me know. Contact me for a copy. Thank you. Hey guys, just a quick postscriptum. So what I wanted to tell is, if you want to get any copy, contact me over the email or through the Telegram. I'll gladly send you out a copy. Currently I'm working on the Android iOS version as well, but by default one is going to be Windows, because it's more stable and more reliable. That's going to be free of charge, so no worries at all, no stress. And if any devs are watching and find it interesting or something that has potential, ping me so we can probably make some collabing. Thanks again.